Hey, what's up, y'all? The show Wonder Man dropped from Marvel last week. So if you have not seen it yet, here is your spoiler warning. I'm not going to do a ton of spoilers in this one, but I may let some stuff slip. So just be cautious of that. So the show Wonder Man, I was not honestly super confident in this show going forward. Going into it, but I did go into it with an open mind and pretty low expectation just because I saw that Marvel was dropping all the episodes all at once. And I know you have your crowd of people who like to binge all the episodes at once, and some of those who are more like me who do like it to be a little bit more episodic because I like things to build week after week. Kind of more like the Mandalorian show or even WandaVision, as that show gained a lot of traction as it went on. But the show delivered, and it's not like the Winter Soldier and Captain America show or Secret Invasion, where it felt like a movie that was broken up into 4 to 6 parts. This was definitely a very episodic show. Each episode built upon the next. I mean, overall, I thought they did a great job. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The only thing I'll throw out there, kind of on the front end is that I did wish it had a little bit more action, just more. I would have liked to seen Wonder Man's Simon Williams power sets displayed a little bit more. We do get some glimpses of it, and then we do see it in the finale, but even that was a little anticlimactic. But the first 6 episodes flow very well together. Even the kind of side quest story, I think in episode 4 with the doorman, who is a Marvel character, and that's a very interesting episode within itself. When I first watched it, I was like, what is this? Is this something they could have done as like a 5 or 7 minute flashback? But as the show went on, it made a lot more sense. And I'll be actually interested to see. I don't think the doorman character will come back, but it will be interesting to see, as it was shown in the episode, that the Roxxon Corporation, who dropped that little goo type substance that Doorman entered himself into, and Marvel did confirm that he is a mutant. So that is exciting to see that, as we know, after Doomsday and Secret Wars, we will be entering into the mutant saga or the X-Men saga, as that's been now hinted, gosh, 4 or 5 years ago, that we are finally beginning more mutants in the Marvel universe. So that'll be interesting to see um, where that goes, and especially in the 616 continuity. Even though in Doomsday we'll be getting a lot of the OG Fox X-Men as well. So, but moving forward, I would say the strong points of this show are Simon Williams and Trevor Flattery's relationship. They have a buddy cop bromance going on that is, even though technically is inorganically formed, because Trevor Slattery's character is motivated to develop a relationship to save his own butt in the show. But obviously that turns out to be more than what he thought it was going to be. And he ends up doing an about face and keeping their friendship intact, which end up being what the show was really about. This show is very character driven and very story driven. Simon Williams, who already has his superpowers, so it's not necessarily an origin story because he already has his power. He's actually had his powers since it seems like a younger age, maybe like preteen, maybe like somewhere between 10 to 13. And once you watch the show, you'll see where that comes from. But Simon Williams is a struggling actor trying to catch his big break. And Trevor Slattery's character obviously is a big time actor who has gone out, but he's missed a lot of opportunities himself. And they find themselves on a collision course towards landing, or at least trying to land a part on the Wonder Man show as the superhero and sidekick characters himself. But Yahya Abdul Mateen, man, he really brought it this show, and I've enjoyed his character in a lot of other projects he's done, as he's been the Mantis in the Aquaman movie. He was the Candy Man in a horror movie. I know he's played in a DC project in Mr. Manhattan. So he himself did a phenomenal job in the show. And the way they brought his character about and where they left his character off, it's obvious that he will be able to seamlessly move into the MCU wherever they decide to drop him at, whether it's a smaller movie or an Avengers level movie. He's definitely packs a powerful punch and definitely has a power set that's worthy of, I don't know necessarily saving the day as far as saving the earth, but he could definitely do a lot of damage. So it would be very interesting to see where that goes. And Ben Kingsley also deserves his praise in the show as well. He does a great job of bringing out this character and being more on the thespian side of acting, coming from theater. But man, he really brought it. And honestly, I've seen some of his projects previous to being in the Disney MCU Marvel projects, and this is probably some of his best acting that he's ever done in his illustrious career. I believe he's 82 years old, so for him to bring out some of his best acting chops in a comic book movie, I think is very noteworthy. But all in all, it was a great entertaining show. It flowed. It was easy to watch. I think the longest episode might have been like 30 or 32 minutes, but all the episodes are like actual runtime without the credits and intro are around like 25 to 28 minutes. So even binging this doesn't take an entire too much of your time. So if you're interested, give it a go. Definitely think if you're a Marvel fan or comic book fan in general, you'll enjoy this. But also, if you're not a Marvel fan, I think you'll enjoy this as well. And one of the good things I'll leave you off on is you don't need to do a lot of recon work or watch a lot of like previous projects. The only thing you really probably need to watch is Iron Man 3 to know where the Mandarin's character is coming from, because they do allude to a lot of his past conflicts. And that's one of the main motivations of the show. But other than that, you don't really need to have watched any previous MCU projects to understand the show. And even if you don't watch Iron Man 3, I think this show was definitely be very enjoyable for you to watch. Let me know if you watch the show. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of it, what you thought could be better. I'll see you guys on the next side.